right, hello, my name is...
Sorry, damn it.
All right, hello, my... Alright, hello. Welcome back to episode 14 of King's Crossing. We are here with our usual players. We have Shifty Games as Wilfer, we have Fred as Torvekic, and we have Mr. Pickles as Grunkle. We're gonna dive into it. I'm gonna go through the quick intro. Basically, we've had about 30 minutes of technical difficulties and all kinds of stuff, so it's been a rough start, but we're restarting right here, right now, so hopefully you guys enjoy. Previously on King's Crossing, we find ourselves back in the freelands of Alderaan in the settlement called Arwin's Rest. The spring equinox has come and gone, and the people have found reason to celebrate. A small entourage of adventurers have come to this land and provided the people a feast, and a feeling of hope and safety. Grunkle, the berserker ogre from the Rockcar Empire. Torvekic, the dwarven guardian of the deep. Wilfer, the mysterious traveler from an unknown past. They find themselves outside of Hobb's Lodge, the local watering hole to the people of Arwin's Rest, where a celebration is being prepped and even a coronation in their honor. However, that is not all we find here in this swamp. Amidst the runoff from the mountain, making their way through the erected tents and pavilions and to the sound of a minstrel tuning his viol, walks Nimwort, the gnome engineer of the Starforge Academy of Science, and Adarag, the halfling smuggler, self-proclaimed, from Othron-Dil, otherwise known as Starhaven. Welcome, gentlemen. After braving the bog of the Freeland, our adventurers have discovered that a curse lie upon these lands. Turn that down slightly. A curse lie upon these lands. Creatures perverted and displaced by the swamp, such as blights and moose and even a talking bear. Beings frozen in time and place, whether by granite or by mud. Odd visions of earth shatterings, open seas, entity possessions, cracked altars, and more. How will our heroes get to the bottom of what plagues this land? Will the people of Arwin's Rest ever be truly safe? Or is a greater threat looming on the edge, watching, plotting, and becoming all too familiar with the names Grunkle, Torvekic, Wilfer, Nimwort, and Adarag? Find out right here on King's Crossing. Welcome, gentlemen!
Hello!
Good to be here.
Alright, audio's looking good. I can hear all of you. That's wonderful. Welcome back to another episode. We are gonna dive in because we're running low on time and we need to get to it. So, let's get back. Maybe. There we go. You guys stand outside of Hobb's Lodge. You're all familiar with the caravan turned tavern. Outside, the storm rages on. You guys remember a storm breaking out while you guys party one, Torvekic, Grunkle, Wilfer. You guys remember a storm erupting overhead as you guys were headed back towards Arwin's Rest, correct? Cool, great.
Yes.
I believe I was knocked out at that point.
You were. One of you slept in a tree to avoid the storm that was flooding
Yep.
everything?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It was,
yeah,
right
yeah.
before the rhino thing showed up.
Yeah, you guys were in a... Before the rhino? No. Oh, yeah. It's like, that was so long ago. No, they did come back. Yes. Party 2, Adarag, Nimwort, you guys remember hearing the sounds of a storm to the east, and the rain started to fall, correct?
Yep. Yes.
Alright, perfect. So you guys now stand outside Hobb's Rest. The rain has reached you. The town is soaked. But the people are still cheerful. They have reason to smile. Like, as I said, pavilions and tents are being pitched up, kind of like canopies, like you'd see at like a backyard barbecue. Sitting under one of them, a minstrel named Alexios tunes his viol, snacking on a plate of cheese. A lady in a red-haired lady in white moves about the pavilions, kind of helping people along, you know, patting people on the back, coaching them on where to move boxes, where to help set up tents, kind of ushering the townsfolk to establish this little fairground in the town square, quote unquote. Some of you may have been here recently. You interacted with a couple of the locals. You discovered a couple of the things going on in town. Now that you're back, you've learned a little bit. We know that Mateo has been lost. We know that Griff is his father and is processing all of this. We know that Liliana is prepping food and trying to do her best to run the tavern and be ready for the festival. We know that Bjorn, a new friend, was sent off towards an altar to the east, where herbal supplies were said to be found. A rodent-like creature dug into the ground at your feet, per your request.
I thought he was a lizard.
And now Grunkle,
Yeah, I was a lizard as well.
Grunkle, Torvekic, and Wilford, you guys stand here. You see Granny Evelyn moving about, putting up the rest of the flower decor, but as she kind of stops and taps her foot and kind of moves her little butt in a jiggle to Wilford's playing, or not Wilford's playing, Alexios is playing. If I remember right, that's where you guys left off. It's at this point that you see under one of these tents, not the same one as Alexios, but under another one, you see the hunt captain, Kyler, in his beaver hat, and Jonathan, his kind of associate, sat at a table with two small folk. You haven't seen them before. This is where we find Adarag and Nimwort. Sat at the table. You're discussing and sharing with Hunt Captain Kyler and Jonathan your adventure. What do you guys say to them?
So when you said small folk, you meant literally.
Yes.
Okay, got you.
Well, they're about your size, so not really small folk to you, but...
Are you saying, what are we saying to Kyler and
yes.
Jonathan?
They sat down and they're like, tell us of your journey.
Well, there was this purple flower, you see, sir, and once we cut it open, we were able to find Isabella in there. And then, after that, we got chased by... Well, sir, what was that thing that was chasing us?
Some sort of twig blight, I think, is what Bjorn called it.
Yes, there was a twig blight, but the thing that almost messed up your shoes.
Oh, some dragon of sorts? A swamp dragon? I don't know, I've never seen one before.
Right. Well, once we fled from that, a little lizard folk, his name was Dibs. He's a special sort, but he was able to save us from that and chase the beast. Beast chased him away, leading him away from Isabella and Nimwort.
Very heroically, I might add.
Yes. Do we have accommodation medals? I don't know.
We should look into that. But yes, we escaped the dragon and stumbled our way across a trail that, we were out looking for Griff and Mateo, and we stumbled across the trail and followed it, and ultimately found Bjorn in a cave. I believe it was to the northeast of here, in the direction of the mountains, and Bjorn was kind enough to shelter us for the evening, and he had been sheltering Griff as well. And so we shared the evening with him and then made our way back to town, trying to get Griff back to safety. In a nutshell, I'd say that was our adventure.
During this conversation, Jonathan has put his arm over Adarag, just kind of patting him on the back, like in a appreciative thank you for when you talked about saving Isabella from the flower pod. And Kyler intently watches Nimwort, is like, not to put a damper on any of what you've told us, but you speak of blights and dragons in the swamp. You can confirm this.
We've seen it with our own two eyes. Adarag will back me up, and so will Bjorn. At least regarding the twig bites.
They were nasty creatures, were they?
I sent some friends of mine east of here to investigate what is drawing more dangerous creatures closer and closer to town.
Well, Bjorn actually had an interesting theory about that. He mentioned that there was some sort of source of the blight coming from the mountains. Have you heard anything on your travels about that?
I haven't. The animals I hunt normally don't speak.
Understandable.
I wanna, real quick, can Group 1, I know I'm calling you Group 1, Group 2, but you guys know who I'm talking about. Can you confirm, did you talk to Hunt Captain Kyler and Jonathan? I don't think you guys got much time to.
I know we told him about the twig blights. He should
Yeah,
know
we
the
told him about the
results.
twig blights. I don't think we ever called them twig blights, but yeah, we've talked to them.
We told him about the
We
monsters
described
and
what they
everything.
were and what we ran into.
That's right.
And
And
that
then,
Grunkle breathes fire.
yeah, we were talking about what was pushing creatures this way, and it was basically decided maybe it was the blights near the ashen trees that you found an army of them, and that was what was pushing them this way, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Making sure I was on the same page. Thank you. Yeah, at this point, Kyler will kind of turn and it'll be like, if you wouldn't mind, would you... Some friends of mine went east, and they've recently returned, and they encountered, I believe, these blights of which you speak. They fought them and survived. If you know anything that could help them, or help each other, it might be worth it to share this information. I think Arwin's Rest is in a lot more trouble than we first imagined.
I believe you may be right.
He'll kind of turn and he'll look and immediately spot Grunkle, the 9-foot tall ogre. Before he waves, I want to know, Grunkle, Torvekik, and Wilfer, you guys were standing over the top of a dirt mound. What are you guys doing?
we're standing on dibs.
What are you guys doing?
Okay, Dibs, enough of this. I'm gonna dig him
I
out.
still got my mug and drinking.
Yeah.
I want to dig him out.
You pick him up, what the fuck?
Do we hear this
You
over
just
at our
wait,
table?
hold on. Oh, did you just hide under the same pile of dirt you hid under the first time? We just closed our eyes and you done it?
Listen, you told me to. You're not allowed to. Shut up!
Little man, you
Yes.
may join us. If you need a place to live, you can live in my barrel.
You went to sleep very
I don't
fast.
really have a choice.
You really went to sleep very fast, didn't you?
Listen, you gotta sleep when you can. Big old monsters, rah, to get you.
That
Fair
is
enough.
We're on the
true. That
ground.
is true.
You're fat, they get you quick.
Okay.
Do we see
Excuse
this?
me?
We hear this?
At this point, Kyler will be turning, and you guys clearly, Adarag and Nimwort, you guys very clearly see this 9-foot tall ogre standing over everyone else, currently holding a familiar little lizard in his hands, who's squirming and cussing up a storm. Next to him, you see what looks to be a human man, kind of covered and not super distinguishable by any means. Yeah, that's all you see.
You dropped
Don't see a
that
dwarf?
gecko now!
Drop the gecko!
We've been
Well,
yelled at?
I'm
Hold
not
on.
like manhandling him. Like I want to have him near my face.
Yeah, I figured.
So I put him in my hand so he can stand and talk to me or spit in my face.
Okay.
Picked him up by the
but-
scruff and just just dropped him in your hand.
I'm gonna run over
Little-
to this ogre and Dibs, and I think I'm just so excited to see Dibs that I just don't acknowledge that there's a 9-foot ogre in front of me at the first. I'm just like, Dibs, you're alive, thank you.
Dibs, that's me. Who's sick? Hey, I know you.
Yeah.
I'll lower my hand down so that he's at the appropriate height to be facing this comrade. Even if I have to lay down in the street, I'll get down so that Dibs is at the proper height to talk.
Dibs will hold out his little paw. It's tiny.
Oh, yeah, I just grab his hand and shake it. Thank
Hey.
you. You're so kind.
Nimwit, Adam, fat. I don't know your name.
Ah, come here, you limey bastard! And then I give him a hug.
What the fuck? Help!
You dug your own hole on this one, I do believe.
Yeah.
I want to use my fingers like to make little like what is it on like castle walls, the little bricks that block.
Yeah.
Like, you could... I try and give some fortifications for him with my hand. since I'm like a living tower.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll like get hugged and then retreat into the tower of your hand, and he goes, kind of gripping your 2 fingers. He's
Hand cage.
He's like, did you guys bring Monster?
No, and we thank you for that.
Yeah, Monster chased me away. I concentrated, fell asleep. I go, I think I did too good, cause then I fell asleep and he stole me.
He points to the ogre.
I don't think that happened.
I'm just glad you're alive, Dibs. We'd surely be dead if it weren't for you.
Dib's always alive. Dibs, shh. Monster.
Yeah, good. Shh. Right.
Good. You stay that way. You be you.
Nimwit and other guy. Me, this guy and that guy over there and another guy.
I'm Grunkle the Flower King. Looking up and seeing this ogre.
Looking at your general height, because I'm laying on the ground probably, or crouched, in order for my hand to be low enough that he can be looking at you at eye level.
Also, for reference, remember, your people are at war with the Rockar.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
And to be clear, I'm a gnome, and I'm like Torvekic height, I think, like a little over 4 foot.
You're the same
not
height as Torvekic, but he's like double your weight.
Yeah.
Why is there so many short people?
Yeah.
Because short miss is the best kind. We are the dominant race of peoples.
It does seem like it.
You there, ogre. Are you a part of the Rockar Legion?
Long story with Grunkle. Not really very interesting either.
Are you with the Corsair fleet?
No, he's with us.
Thank you.
Let the man speak for himself.
Yeah, he's with Dibs.
Grunkle have good friends who can speak for him. Grunkle not always know words. And maybe Grunkle shouldn't leave window open, shouting. But...
No, don't worry, I got it.
Thank you, Dibs. Grunkle bad berserker.
Or do you not have association with the bastards that stole me boat?
Oh, no, I can tell you first off, Grunkle and comrades never destroyed boats, just villages. But Grunkle, bad berserker.
Did you destroy my boat?
Grunkle, bad berserker, but good ogre.
So you have my boat or no?
No, the boats is a no.
Would people be willing to trade you for my boat?
As Grunkle say, bad berserker,
Pulls out a
not
pistol
very
and
valuable.
starts pointing it at Grunkle. Would people be able to?
Wait, first
I
of
pull his
all,
hand down.
no one knows what that is except you two.
Yeah, why you
yeah.
put stick face?
Yeah.
So
Right.
would that be the point where would it be recognizable as a weapon though of some type?
You would imagine it's some sort of weird broken crossbow, maybe? Or a pipe.
As he's pulling that out, I see what's happening, and I quickly like wrestle him back and don't let him pull it out. And I just interrupt. Dibs, you vouched for this ogre, correct?
He woke up in my barrel.
Yeah.
We may have had an altercation where we kicked him out of the barrel, but Grunkle was just offering residence for this poor creature.
Yeah.
See, Grunkle,
stole me.
good ogre. Good ogre, not steal. I know Grunkle not steal. Grunkle get things by doing good things. Grunkle make up for bad times by being good Grunkle. Grunkle is, okay, ominous. Grunkle is good hero.
Grunkle is good hero.
I pat Adarag on the back and just... Grunkle seems nice enough. Give him a chance, buddy.
I am Flower King. See my crown of flowers. See my tattoo of, multiple tattoo of flowers on big belly. Grunkle, good ogre, bad
Dibs
berserker.
climbs out of your hand onto the ground.
I guess I'll stand up.
All right, if Dibs vouches for you, I guess I'll take his word for it.
At the mention of that, you see Dibs reaching into Adarag's pocket.
my god.
All right. Don't overstay your welcome.
He grabs the holster of the pistol, begins pulling it out.
I point the pistol right at him. Dibs, don't overstay your welcome.
Stop it. Hey, Gurkle, he stole that from me.
Good
What are you
point,
talking
Gibbs.
about?
Is there anything that you need a heroic group for? Myself and my comrades, we are heroes. We solve problems and we save day rather than ruin the day.
Are you
All right,
talking, are you
let
talking
me
to
just
Dibs
break
or them?
I'm talking to the two new characters,
Okay.
Nimwort and the
Uncle, it is probably not good to be, advertising without, checking with the rest of your fucking group first.
Oh, good point, good point. Grunkle, not leadership. Grunkle already say what he is. Torvekik. Are we
Yes.
looking for new work?
Right now, I'd rather just stay here and drink than go search for small child again.
Yes, but maybe cat in tree, and we can get cat out of tree, because cats...
I think you could just put tree on ground.
There is a
Whoa.
cat in a tree?
No, but Grunkle mean maybe there's something we can do before this celebration. Something we can do to make up for perhaps bad choices in past. Well, we do good. We make good so that celebration not get attacked by Grunkle's bad comrades.
Uncle, is there something you want to tell us?
What? Oh, no.
Like perhaps that there's an army marching for us or something?
Oh, no. Think back minutes ago, a week back for us. Grunkle say that
Minutes ago.
Rockar Empire often attack towns in celebration. So in celebration, you need extra patrol. That's what we were doing.
I mean,
Doing extra
it looks
patrol,
like
and
we're
we
all
find
pretty well armed.
Yep. But everything can I don't know. Grunkle very confused after coming back from swamp.
I think you've confused us all, Grumble, to be perfectly honest with you.
Friends, it seems there's many meetings to be had here, and if your adventure was anything like ours, I'm sure we could all use a drink. Perhaps we head to the bar and speak there?
There is worse places to go, yes.
I'm amenable to this.
I'll go see if Alexios wants to join us. I'll be back.
You
Yeah,
notice,
Right over there.
Wilfer, you notice that Kyler and Jonathan have just been watching this whole interaction, pulling pistols, like, what is this?
Hi.
Some over to like make friends. Watching, like, what is going on? You're heading over to Alexios though.
Yep.
Okay.
Isn't he like right next to us?
Yeah.
No,
well,
we're on the other side of the wall.
different tents.
Right?
What? No, you guys haven't left
Oh.
yet. You guys are still in the town square.
Alright.
You guys haven't left. So
Yeah, I thought we were
there's
in the town square
a
and like
couple
we were in the
different
road.
tents. Alexios
and there
is
was a
one
tent.
Jonathan and Kyler were in another tent. It's just like
So
a
they're like
couple-
equidistant from where we were having this interaction.
basically, yeah. It's like a
Okay.
triangle.
Yeah. All right.
So you head over to Alexios' tent. You see that he's still got his plate of cheese just as you left him. He holds cheese up to you.
Oh, I'm not here for food.
And grapes. There were grapes too.
I pick up a grape off the table.
But-
Unless that little piggy ate all the grapes.
are you talking about the mouse or
it-
Wolf?
it
Alexios?
seems-
Both.
it seems the rest of the group is going to have a conversation with what seems to be another group. Would you like to be a part of the whatever happens?
I'm sorry. A group is meeting another group, and you want me to be a part of
Our
whatever
group.
happens.
Our group,
Your group.
the group that you've been adventuring with,
Yes.
or rescue, doesn't matter. We've met another group
Uh huh. I can
who was
see.
sent out on a.
Met
Who
some
I assume
people.
was sent out on another quest. Because I've not seen them before, but I've not really been at this town before.
This is true. Neither of us have. We are both new here. It is quite the.
Would you like to be there as
dirty.
a neutral party?
Are you there as a neutral party as well?
Well, I barely know these people, so yes.
Well, I suppose I can travel with you. You seem like good people.
Alright.
And you stole my dagger.
You left it on the table.
Well, I suppose we will go into a grape. Sorry. We will go and see what happens.
You're supposed to chew those before you swallow them.
Yes, I got excited. The potential of a story or a song from this, the meeting of two groups of heroes, is not something that, well, it's something that usually ends one of two ways. Let's hope we keep
Well, it
our
almost
distance.
ended right there, by the looks of it. He held like a weird crossbow up towards Grunkle.
I saw. Do you think he has magic?
I have no idea.
Magic? I hate magic.
From the other side of the courtyard. Magic!
Did somebody say?
Oh, they can hear us. They're just... I didn't realize they'd
Calm
all
down,
walked over
Torvek.
here.
It was just me burping. You heard me burping. It sounded like
Magic!
Sir, this is a weird group, I sense.
It's at this point that
No, all the
Wolfer
time.
and a new companion, Alexios, he is a, he looks to be part elven. He slings a viol, otherwise known as a violin, over his shoulder, and he approaches. He goes, hello everyone, I've been asked to travel with you for a time. My friend Wolfer here invited me. Is that alright?
I hadn't actually introduced myself yet, but sure.
It sounds good to me.
Oh, Grunkle.
always welcome.
Certainly. Yeah. I think we
Grunkle
have
is-
lots of meeting to do.
Well, it's a pleasure to
It's
meet
alright.
you. Pleasure to meet you. My name is Alexios Crow. Can I get a folklore from Otterog and Nimwort?
Yep.
Our first roll of the
There
session.
is.
I don't
there
get
is
a
one
roll
singular
folklore.
person in town that thinks my name is Jeremy.
Trained in folklore.
Oh!
I went
Yes.
to school for folklore, bro.
Wow.
Oh!
What?
Ow!
What?
Whoa! Whoa!
Jeez.
Damn.
Okay. Both of you immediately. This isn't even crazy. Okay, you know that Crow is used like as a name for like bastards' children, in your kingdom. It's not a highborn name. It's definitely a lowborn bastard's son type of deal. So he's a bastard, as you can immediately tell. You also know that he's from your kingdom, if he has a name like that. He's like, it is a pleasure to meet all of you. Grunkle, it seems we shall be traveling together after all.
I'd like it known that I have walked back over with my hand on my bullwhip.
Gross.
I forgot you had a bullwhip, to be completely honest.
It's my only melee
Yeah.
weapon.
I don't like the way you touch it, to be honest.
Alexios, are you from the kingdom of
I am on
Angelonia by chance?
Yes, I am. I was like, wait, what? Yes. Othrondale is the city
Sorry,
in
I meant to mute
Angelonia.
myself.
I remember.
Yep.
It's my world, I should know. He's like, yes, I am actually. Have you been there?
Yes, my comrade and myself are from there. It's great to see a familiar, well, not familiar, but a face that feels familiar at
We
least.
all look alike, huh? Oh, he's like,
Well, you're all called us.
this is fair. What news do you bring of Angelonia?
Well, we're from, oh gosh, what's the city's name?
Othrondale,
Othrondale?
otherwise known as Starhaven.
Starhaven, yeah. We're from Starhaven, and I've studied at the academy there, and my friend.
The academy is Starforge.
yeah, that's correct.
Ah, I've never been inside. Is it as grand as it seems?
Yeah, too grand in some ways, but
You should take me sometime. I'm sure there's a story to be told.
I would be happy to. Well,
Uh,
shall we make our way to the bar?
yes, I fear I might get bit for talking too much. Grunkle, shall we go?
Grunkle not bite you or threaten to bite you.
Of course, my friend. I meant no offense.
No,
Please don't eat
no,
me.
no. You not understand. Grunkle not eat people. Grunkle strictly good ogre. Like Grunkle just that's how ogre like we interact with each other. You make false threats. Don't look at me like that.
Like a love bite, or
No, it's like,
Little nibble.
you are inferior soldier to somebody who is good soldier. You make joke at them. Grunkle not eat people. Grunkle never eat people.
Don't let him fool you. He ate the small child.
No, Grunkle
I've
not
seen him
eat small
a
child.
bandit corpse.
Grunkle eat flowers. Grunkle not eat people. No.
Adarag slowly puts his hand back on his pistol.
Grunkle good ogre.
You put your hand, you feel Dibs' hand.
All right, I'm gonna break it the next time.
I was just holding it for you. I was keeping it warm.
Let us go to bar and drink the alcohol of our people so that you may
Wait,
feel merry.
Are we
trust
taking that with us? And I point down to Dibs.
Yes, Dibs is one of my tenants.
Yeah, I'm a tenement.
He lives on bar.
Get in the barrel.
Okay.
You see him kind of put his hands up to Grunkle.
Yeah, I'll elevator him up.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. I'll just be in here if you need me. Okay, don't need me.
Don't worry, you would only be small snack.
I said don't need me, not don't
Really
eat me,
bad.
but also don't eat me. You're fat. You probably would eat me.
Heart here's what Heart wants to hear.
He scrambles into the barrel. Alexios looks between all of you. What is that
Who the
thing?
leaders? I can't remember.
That
What
is
is-
the bravest little lizard folk that I've ever met.
Oh,
That's
the
Dibs.
lizard thing, eh?
He seems insane.
He is, but in a good
Did
way.
seem insane a bit, didn't he?
Okay, guys, he's pretty average goblin to me, so let's
Well,
just
you
move
see, he's
past
not a
it.
goblin.
It's not a goblin.
Have you worked with goblins?
Is it at this point that you guys are walking and talking? And you guys
Yeah.
are headed towards Hobbs Lodge then?
Yeah.
Hobbs Lodge.
Okay. As you guys are walking and talking, the doors open. You guys are easily able to make your way inside. The heat of the hearth and the fire just warms up the room. It dries out your clothes. It's muggy, but it's comfortable. So as you
This
guys
confuses me.
as you guys step in, Griff is back on his cot, kind of holding on to his chest, kind of just resting. You can see Liliana has set some kind of hot liquid down next to him, and she turns and greets you. Oh, you're back so soon.
He didn't really leave.
Are you here for more food?
Grunkle's thirsty.
Oh, of course.
I could use a pint, Liliana.
Of course. You've all met.
Briefly.
It would seem so. Did you not know that we might want to meet? Because, two different adventuring groups, halfway the same job.
No, of course. I told them to go and check on you and make sure you guys were safe. Did they find you?
To be fair,
No.
she did.
We almost died.
Well,
Right.
almost died is an under exaggeration. We
I-
almost died many, many times.
I had
It
a
was
bad
very,
feeling.
Very,
I asked these heroes to go make sure you were all right.
To
this
be
guy
fair,
almost lost his
I think
legs.
we might have got back before they could leave, but yes.
To be fair, Liliana, you told us of many happenings in the town, and there's only two of us. We can only do one thing at a time.
This is true. It is my job. I am a barkeep in training. I must, share word of our town and the happenings.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're doing a good job, Liliana. But the pints, as
Of course,
the
my
child
friend. Of course.
said, yeah,
She's gonna head back behind the bar and begin pouring up a bunch of pints of I don't have it, but the ale.
Oh wait, she's the one that thinks my name is Jeremy. Right.
Yes. Yes, she is.
let's see, what did they have?
They have a red drop vodka. They have a house malt, and they have an oyster facial. Which would you like?
I don't like that last one. Then.
How
Sorry,
small?
what was the last one?
Yeah, the Grunkle goes for whatever's cheapest because he has to drink a lot because he's
What was that last
over.
one?
It's called the oyster
facial.
facial.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Oh,
It
I'll have
sounds-
one of
it's really
those.
like
sorry,
cream
Jeremy.
heavy.
So what were you guys wanting to get?
I'll take a small stout, Liliana, and I see he's resting over there. How's Griff doing?
He is well. Bjorn?
Yes.
Bjorn, yes,
Yes,
that's the
he's-
name of our companion we
He's
brought
been
back.
seeing to his injuries. Griff is just, exhausted.
Oh, that must be the bear. I don't think I actually caught his name last time.
You wouldn't happen to have dwarven ale, would you?
No.
Have you not drunk enough today?
We have the house malt. It's the closest we would be able to get.
That will be fine. I appreciate it. Turns to Wilfer. I am dwarf. There is not enough drinking.
You were riding in the barrel before because you drank too much.
No, I was riding in the barrel because I wanted to ride.
Yeah. And because Grunkle is good mount. He's like a great, like a Grunkle like elephant, if I know what that is. Hey, you could put box on him, ride, and you are tactical advantage.
No more
Alexius
chuckles.
is gonna nudge Wilfer and be like, I don't have any money. Alright.
Well, sir.
Wilfer's dealing with a problem.
Liliana, at this point, turns and she goes, you gentlemen, and she points to, the two smaller of the folks. She's like, I believe you two were still covered by Elder Arwin, and
That
the
is
others of
correct.
you are still covered by Griff, so I guess these are all on the house. And she'll
No,
slide the drinks
no.
across the table.
Not right. Grunkle will have to give
did I
some
not-
coin for that.
Did I not get that right?
No, because
No,
Grunkle
you got that
drinks
right.
so much.
He just wants to pay.
Grunkle drinks so much, you run out of beer and not buy more. Grunkle have had this problem, travel many moons before. Grunkle go to town, he'd
Grunkle.
do favors, people would run out of beer, they say, we
Grunkle.
have no money because you didn't pay us.
Grunkle.
Grunkle
Grunkle.
not like in bar.
Grunkle, we're not here for a party. We're just here for a couple drinks and to share our stories.
What?
We're not here to drink them out of house and home.
Well, okay,
A
Grunkle
couple free drinks is
experience.
fine.
Okay, couple free drinks for Grunkle is like couple kegs free for you.
One free
Grunkle-
drink for Grunkle is fine.
Okay, well, you just... Okay, well, Grunkle... Yeah, fine.
It's at this point,
Grunkle
the
good
door opens again, and you see Kyler and Jonathan step in, kind of brushing off the rain water and hanging their coats up on the coat rack. They'll come over and toss some brass pennies on the counter, and she'll pour them up some house malts as well. And Jonathan will go kick up his feet by the fire, and Kyler will turn to you guys and kind of usher over to the seats over at the fire, and he's like, have you gentlemen gotten a chance to meet each other now? Everybody, friends and family?
We're acquainted.
We acquainted with each other. We not so much know everyone's tragic backstory, but we know each other's names at the very least.
No, that should be good enough for now. Should we get down to business?
Are you wanting us to go back out there?
Well, that's up to you. I'm pretty sure you all
Can't wait till
outranked
after
me.
the rain's finished.
You're new to the Freelines, aren't you? This rain never finishes.
Just take a swig of my drink.
Well, if you guys choose to help the town of Owens rest anymore, you can find us by the fire. He'll go step over and kick up his feet by the fire as well.
Grunkle will shuffle with his hopefully full or soon to be empty beverage.
You'll go to turn, and Liliana will reach over and top it off.
I'll nod to her and thanks and move over to join him by the fire. Grunkle, good ogre. Grunkle interested.
Have we, question for group 2, have we talked to Jonathan and Kyler about,
You are
Like-
group 2.
yes,
Oh, you're questioning yourself.
Oh,
I
he's
got it.
asking
Yes,
for
figure
a
it out.
question. He's questioning for them.
Got it.
like have we talked to Jonathan and Kyler about our adventure and like things that need to happen, or not yet?
You did at the beginning of this episode.
Briefly,
that
so
would be
we
fun.
told them about our story, but we haven't really okay.
As far as I know, you haven't done any more than that.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of whisper to Nimwort. Well, sir, I know that you had your quest that you had in mind. Do you have time to do these things for these folk?
I think it'd be wise to hear what these fellows have endured out there. It sounds like parts of the story may be connected. Goodbye, Rain.
It stopped raining?
No, we're just inside, and I forgot to change music. I apologize.
There
I thought it was
was
the rain we were hearing.
there
like,
was
from
much
outside.
trouble out there. We found mushrooms that did not agree with our systems. We found god thing that destroyed much of the things that were attacking us. We found small child that attacked three things. We found
Small child?
Yes.
Do you know who it was?
Yes, it was Matteo.
Yeah, we talk about this before. I feel like.
Yes,
Well, no, wait.
he's-
Actually, that was just
he's
us with other
probably dead,
people. Never
but
mind.
What happened to Matteo?
he got dragged off by small tree creatures.
In which
We tr-
direction?
We tried to chase, but we were really wounded, so we couldn't keep up.
Northeast, if memory serve.
It was opposite direction of the white trees.
Well, not quite. It was.
Where were the
Uh,
white trees that you said?
Far out east. That's where we got sent.
Was
wait,
it
they're not
nearby-
northwest.
Was it
I'm not
nearby a
sh-
petrified statue?
I don't remember seeing a statue.
Yeah, no statue, Grunkle. Remember?
Wrath is
No.
smirking.
Grunkle. Remember altar that or Vecca.
I need to make you guys a map. You guys are so turned around.
In my mind, we
no
went,
idea
like,
where
north.
the fuck we are at.
No,
We went north,
They
and then we
went-
kind of skewed northwest.
Group 2 went north. Group 1 went east. You guys went east towards the mountain. They went north because that's where Griff went, trying to find Mateo. North.
Okay.
So town's here. North, there's the river where everyone was doing all the fishing and everything. They went over the river and went up that way. You guys went east along the game trail towards the mountain. It was in the east. To the
A
west
game
is-
trail with
to the
really
west is-
hard quotes.
Yeah. Yes. To the west is the ocean. To the south is all the rest of the continent.
Okay, gotcha. I thought east was north. My bad.
Okay.
My B.
Well, Kyler, Jonathan, I think it may be.
Tyler and Jonathan went and sat by the fire. You guys were still over at the bar.
Yeah, I'm turning towards them and saying, hey, I think
Yelling halfway across the bar.
Hey!
yeah, it might be wise if you guys join this conversation. I think you may want to be a part of it.
Fair enough.
I think they offered to us sit by the
Yeah.
fire and have this conversation in the warmth.
I
You
thought
could
we were
join
heading over
Kyler,
there,
Johnson,
that's
and
why
I.
stood up.
Yeah, you come join us.
Okay. So we walk over to them at their big table near the fire.
Okay, sounds great.
Okay.
Everyone does?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright.
Adarag
I don't
follows
know,
along.
does
with Nimble.
Alexios?
Alexios just kind of hangs his head and follows Wilford.
My friend, Alexios, did you get a drink?
No, I didn't. I told Wilford I don't have any money, but,
You were part of a group. You were supposed to get a drink as well.
Okay, hold on, guys. Before we can do this advanced meeting about the next campaign of going forward to stop the twig blight virus monsters that come from the purple flowers, let me do one thing to solve this problem entirely. Grunkle will get up, very exaggeratedly, and go over to the bar.
Pushes the table.
Yeah, 2 inches. Not enough to, like, hit anybody, but enough to be like, oh. And he will take out 3 silver coins.
as you stand
This
up,
many.
Dibs.
Thank you, Dibs. That helped my point. I will take 3 silver coins and march on over and put them down on the bar and say, Liliana, this covers drinks.
Make sure you mark that off.
Yes.
Liliana will
I had
look at
6.
it and
I
she'll
now
go,
have 3.
That's a lot of drinks, and you're already covered.
You will buy new beer, and you will get good beer.
We brew our beer.
Okay, fine. Then you'll buy new supplies. You'll get good supplies.
Before-
Grunk will not care about specifics. Just this is put on tap. We will pay for drinks. Put on tap. Wilfer. Sorry, Alexius. Actually, all of you. Let us get drinks. Let us talk about what we will do to save Arwin's rest. And
Yo,
Grunk
Alexius,
will
go
reach
grab
on the
yourself a
table.
drink.
This round's on Grunkle. Here.
Alexios. Yeah!
Before
You just took up my
Tor-
drink. Hold on a second.
before
Uh,
Torvekik walks over with everybody else, he's gonna go over to Liliana.
Mhm.
Would you be interested in having dwarven ale?
She's preparing a tray full of ales to bring over and restock your guys' table, and she's like stocking it here in the lodge.
Yes, like having trade deal with dwarves of the Great Deep.
I don't know that they even know we exist out here.
That is why I would write a letter to them if you are interested.
Of course, that would. I mean, that's more a question for Griff. He is the manager here, but I don't see how that could be any kind of bad thing. It'd be wonderful.
Then I will speak to him about it, and then if all goes well, I will write my family and have them see about sending a trade convoy out here with dwarven ale. Yes.
She's going to set the tray down, kind of stop what she's doing, lean over the counter, and give you a hug. And she's like, "You guys really are heroes."
I am only doing what I think is best. It will help both me and you. Maybe it will get some dwarves out of that city every once in a while. Lord knows they need it.
She'll stand up and she goes, "Well, they're always welcome here at Hobbs Lodge."
I appreciate it, and I'm sure my people will too.
She goes back to fixing up a platter for you guys. You guys head over with your new round of drinks to the table, accompanied by Hunt Captain Kyler, Jonathan, Alexios, Dibs, Grunkle, Torvekik, Adareg, Nimwort, and Wilfer. Correct?
Yes.
Everybody's here.
I believe
And
that's
we all have our hands on the table, our drinks. What is the move, Captain?
Are you speaking to Kyler?
Yes.
Kyler will look around and he says, "Oh, I'm
The Hunt Captain.
fairly certain you all outranked me here. When we went south, we didn't find much. A lot of how would you explain it, Jonathan? Jonathan's like, creatures frozen, turned to stone. We're not sure what to make of it."
Well, let me say that we also found someone turned to stone up north as well.
You
Who's
guys
that?
all found like petrified people. We fought sticks.
Sticks
we
that
fought
come
those
from
too.
flowers, though.
We fought those too, but we also came upon a very grim scene up to the north.
What kind
Quite
of
terrible.
Well,
Let's just say
I forgot
Let's
about
just
this.
say-
Yeah, it was.
this man that was protecting his children did not end well for him or his children. He seemed to be turned to stone. He was carrying a dagger of sorts. It looked like he was defending his people, and again, did not end well for him. He was turned to stone, and there wasn't much left of those who it seemed he loved.
his child's arm was still in his hand.
That is
Grunkle
not good.
not like. Grunkle not like.
I just start chugging my drink.
Same.
It sounds like something you would find in the tunnels.
You see,
tunnels.
Alexios is just writing. He's just watching and writing.
No, that won't do.
He's like, "Oh wow, that's."
That's dark.
Kyler is like, So, Grunkle, Tovekik, and,
Jeremy.
Jeremy, you guys fought these creatures.
Yes.
That would be great.
We fought twig blights, and Grunkle know now that they come from flower.
Is the town in
purple-
danger?
Yes. Purple
Very
flower
much
we
so.
found near during our shovel time. Torvekik and I shoveled town, at least one path. It got rid of mud for a time being. And when we found beautiful flower, Grunkle, of course, he gestures to his crown of flowers, his tattoos of flowers on his big belly. Grunkle liked flowers, so Grunkle thought maybe purple flower would be nice. Grunkle, no, purple. It's a royal color, associated with the Rakar greats, the elites. So Grunkle want to smell, but it stink all over him, and little twig blight thing come out and bite him on nose. Not dangerous in that format, no. But Grunkle believe that thing is same as the things that we saw in forest. Once they have time to grow from their cocoon of flower beauty, perhaps they're dangerous. Grunkle not know about the petrified things, but we do know about the flowers. We need to go through the forest and cut the flowers down.
Well,
Maybe.
The most put together sentence I've ever heard him say as a elixir.
This was very interesting sentence, yes.
That's
I
it.
have to concur with Grunkle. Adarag and myself encountered these creatures on our journey as well, and I do believe they are quite the threat to the town. It was, I mean, I can only speak for myself, but I'm no great warrior, and just dealing with one of these coming out of the flower was a challenge for us. And on our way back, we were followed by hundreds. I believe the
Killed,
only
like,
reason.
3 of them?
Grunkle killed like 3 of them.
I
Grunkle breathed
helped, thank you
fire.
very much.
Grunkle did
but-
blow up 3 by himself, yeah.
Yes, with fire, but Grunkle not have fire anymore.
We
One
should probably
thing-
get
Well-
that sorted. We should get that. We should get you those ingredients again.
I should
Okay,
probably mention this now before we get too far into the burning and eradication of these flowers. That I believe that these flowers are that they're actually cocoons, like you said, but they used to be townsfolk. We saw one where the blights were putting young Isabella into one of the flowers.
You see Jonathan
looking-
perks up and leans over and goes, "What are you saying?"
I
Who the
believe.
fuck Isabella?
Well, sir, I believe that these twig blights, their victims have been, and the children being stolen have, I believe they've been turning them into twig blights.
So when
Really?
Grunkle breathed fire and burned twig blights,
You
a
were
burning
killing-
army of children.
No, at that point they were just twig
Oh.
blights. I don't think they were the same as what they were before.
Have you heard of this before, Jonathan or Kyler?
Jonathan's kind of stepped back. He's like, "Thank you for saving Isabella." Kyler's like, "We have lost a lot of people. People taken in the night, people taken in the day, people wander off into the woods and never come back. But, this used to be a thriving town. Not much left of it now. I guess I always just imagined they had either left or died. Not that they returned."
Has anybody heard of any
Right.
cures?
We didn't even know this was happening.
I noticed on our way out, a lot of your townsfolk were up in the river to the north, and they were, searching for what I would imagine was oysters and things for the
Yes.
town.
Yes, they worked the river.
I think it would be wise to set up a watch while that's taking place, because the twig blights seem to stop following us at the river. Maybe that's where they're being taken from. Because we had talked to Isabella just just before our adventure started, and then she was taken. She was working in the river.
See. Jonathan, can you see to that? He kind of nods. He'll stand up and he'll be like, gentlemen. He'll nod, finish his drink, set it down, and head out. Father goes,
Well, this has been an interesting conversation.
so our town's in danger.
Believe it is.
The only thing I don't understand is why did the twig blights stop? Because, I mean, we were so outnumbered at Arag. We had hundreds of them following us with Bjorn and taking Griff back home. And as soon as we got to the river and started crossing, they stopped following. So were
Maybe
they...
they just don't like flowing water. They're made of wood. They'd probably just get swept away.
Or they've already gotten what they want. That's what they did with us. They took away Mateo. Grunkle failed as hero to save Mateo, and they stopped chasing us at that point. Maybe sometimes their goal is to make you go away from area as a shielding force, rather than to kill. Sometimes Grunkle squad go in to cause chaos, while bigger squad go in to strike easy target.
Could be onto something, Grunkle. At Arag, come to think of it, they attacked us when we were headed north into their territory, but they didn't attack when we were headed south. Maybe they were just driving us out.
Interesting. What might they be
They were just
protecting?
training.
Perhaps these kids that they're capturing and turning?
Trying to protect.
You think it'd take time to turn child?
I
It
think
does.
it does.
Because when Isabella was just put into the flower when we cut her out of the flower, so she didn't have time to turn yet into a twig blight. But she did seem to have some night terrors associated with it, and
It
she was very
affected her
worn out.
mind. Yes.
These are strange circumstances, my friend.
Child have nightmare associated before they disappear?
No,
Before who disappears.
after she was put in the.
Oh,
Oh,
she have
flower.
nightmare return. Okay, like Grunkle scream at night from war. Yes, okay, follow. I did not. I thought maybe you were.
PTSD.
No, that doesn't exist yet. Grunkle think that maybe he thought that you were saying they get the call of the twig blight, and that's not the case.
I want to ask. The twig blights, I think, is a mystery yet to be solved. But I have another question for your group. Have you encountered another beast that seems to move silently? Almost looks like it's hard to describe. Like part of the land, but massive.
Like a fever dream, like you've been injected with laudanum by your comrades and impaled by your enemies, and you're seeing something following you, and you say, "Friends, must move!" And they agree with you because you're high on laudanum. Is that what we're talking
That's
about?
exactly what happened. You were high
Yes,
on
are
laudanum.
you
and
high-
had a
were you
spear
high on
in your
laudanum?
chest. No, you were.
Is my shoulder, but I'm asking Gnaimwort. Sorry. I read
Gnaimwort.
phonetically.
Nimwort, and no, I don't know that that's what I'm talking about.
No,
we did
not
have-
big animal that's like silent, big tongue licking out. You think like swamp dragon because almost lizard but made of swamp.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
one.
a fever
Moves
dream.
silently.
You're sorry, you
Wait,
were
are you
high
saying?
on laudanum.
Well, hold on. Are you saying that his fever dream of a hallucination wasn't a hallucination?
Well, Torfi was there. He knows it. It was
Well,
fake.
if it wasn't a real fever dream, then something else must have messed up my Nimward's boots.
Yes, this thing spit some sort of poison at us, green substance. It got on my boots and burned like hell. But yeah, we spent most our time trying to escape from it because there was no chance of surviving an encounter with it.
And it kept following. Torvi, this real?
The giant beast thing? You know, the one that has the horn on its nose? Is that what you're talking about?
No, the big one. The big one where Grunkle screamed, "We have to cross the river," and then we stomped across the river, and you follow,
Yes.
and Wilford dragged behind. But I make sure you not die.
Isn't that the one with the horn?
No, there was other ones with horn that do not challenge us. After
can I
Grunkle
Right, I know what
beat
you're
us.
talking about.
This is the
Yes, we had
first
to
time
cross
I'm
river
hearing
to
of
get
this.
away from the thing. Didn't really get a good look at it.
Yeah. Well, maybe I had horn. Grunkle not know. Grunkle just know. High on laudanum must save life.
But yes, I know what you're talking about, Grunkle.
Okay, so real, not Grunkle.
What sort of adventure did you guys get up to while
Surprising.
I was passed out?
We got
missed
into
much.
adventure of saving your butt.
Regardless, it sounds like your group has encountered this same beast. I think this is another thing, Kyler, that town probably needs to be aware of. From what I've gathered, it seems to respond to sound more than anything. So having people understand being quiet in the forest is, if they have to go out there, don't be loud.
Wait. It listens.
Grunkle very
You know
loud,
there's
and
a
it kept
celebration
following
about
us.
to happen, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, celebration loud.
There's-
Unless we be.
It's like a whole
Quiet
celebration
loud.
being set up outside.
That's a good point. Maybe it's
No,
not
what-
the wisest to.
What you're saying is this whole celebration is about to kill us all.
I
Is there
don't
anything
know.
we can do? The people here need hope. They need this celebration. We put it off for a couple days. You guys gave them a reason to celebrate. They've got food. They've got heroes. They've got hope. Is there anything we can do to keep them safe? I don't know. A wall, a moat, traps, snares. Train the men.
I don't think we got-
something.
I don't think we have time to put up a
Train
wall.
Torvek gets kind of like a thoughtful look on his face. You know, do you have a standing militia or something?
You're looking at it.
Oil
So-
jazz. We could build a firewall.
It's a great idea.
Mm,
How do you do
town,
that?
town very large.
We could dig a pit, put oil in it, just have it ready for just in case.
Oh,
If you need anything
Grunkle.
built, I would be happy to help. I have a lot of experience designing such contraptions, and
I can help as well with building, but I might be better off helping train people if that's what you need.
No, Grunkle, no, this good idea. We make a big fire to draw people to our fake celebration because big fire means celebration, obviously. If we put this maybe northeast of town by 150 feet. We not put wall around town because we cannot do that. But if we build a distraction, a flare, we put a gong up. If you guys don't have gong because you are not Rockcar Empire, but perhaps some loud making noise thing. We can draw them to us. Any
might have
who
a
would
bell.
any who would want to wish our celebration harm, we could set up a word I cannot think of. Something that would draw their attention.
If training is what your people need, then I can help. I was NCO in the deep of the Dwarven city, not far from here. I can help train, although I'm not sure how well humans will take the Dwarven training.
Not well.
I will
No
mention
offense, Skylar.
at this point the moat idea. I don't think that'll work because, well, Kyler, have you noticed that the mud around your city has been rising?
Does seem that way. The town's covered almost every day.
I noticed this as well from my trips that I've made out here. But I will say, is there anything we can do about the rising mud? Is there some dam or something that we might be able to construct north of the river?
Not sure about the rising
how
mud.
How would blocking a river get rid of mud?
Dried
Is the
up.
mud
You
rising,
don't
or
understand how water works?
is the foundation of the town sinking?
The mud constantly flows
that's
into
what
the
I'm trying to
town.
figure out. Is the mud actually just covering everything up, or is it like actually making the mud spreading under the foundations of stuff?
Well, I think we found out, like, our first session, we found out that the mud seeps in a lot like towns that are in a desert area where you have to keep sweeping the sand out. It just kind of flows back in with the wind, and I think here
that's
with
what
the
I
swamp,
thought.
the mud flows back in, and people
And
need
if
to be
that's
assigned to
the
scraping the
case-
roads.
If that's the case, then building a dam won't help.
Or would it? I mean, if the overall water was reduced in this area, then theoretically it should dry out, and it should become very, very fertile grounds.
And as we're
The
talking,
swamp.
pulls out one of his parchments, and I just start sketching out design ideas for something.
Do you happen to have another pen and paper by chance?
I do have I think I do have a writing kit. Did we say that before?
Yes.
Yeah, I've got
Yes,
a
you
writing
do.
kit. So I'll hand him over my ink pot and the like feather I'm writing with or whatever.
Okay.
And then I just pull off my multi-tool from my ear, and it's like a pen that no one's seen before, and I start writing with that instead.
Okay.
So I start pinning a letter in Dwarven,
Okay.
asking if.
Yeah.
Did you want to say something or?
Well, yeah, you don't know how to read or write.
Oh, the fuck? Why not?
You don't have education.
It's technically rune or write in their case.
Yeah, you
It'd be
don't have
appropriate to dwarves.
education, so you get the bad paper and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing.
What the fuck does a dwarf not know how to read and write? What the fuck?
It's education.
It's the
It's
dark
a skill.
It's bad times.
I didn't
I just
know.
checked.
That's-
It looks like Nimward's the only one who knows how to read and write. It was a
Well, that's
hilarious
bullshit.
moment where Nimward and Adarag were having a conversation, and Nimward goes, "Here, look at this," and Adarag goes, "Yeah, I can't read."
Well, that's gonna be a problem then because nobody
Can't
else can
read
write
right
fucking
either.
Dwarven.
I just go by the funny pictures on the walls.
Okay,
to
so
find
let me
out
get
where
this
we are.
straight. I'm in the aristocrat social class, but don't
Yes.
know how to read or write.
Yeah.
You're such a good warrior. You don't
you're
why
not a
would
scholar.
you be burdened with things that aren't swinging?
That's some bullshit.
Well, get the education skill, and then you can fight me.
Hold up. He has basically an education in Dwarven
Fighting.
ale.
In Dwarven ale, yes. You knew how to draw a picture of a cup of ale.
Okay,
I-
so
I
well,
don't know
never
how to
mind
read
then.
because I was chased out of home at a young age.
Okay, so I can't even
And we
send a
stayed.
letter back to ask for stuff because I apparently don't know how to read or write.
True.
And that nobody else knows how to write Dwarvish.
You're
Not that you
assuming.
know of.
You, the
Oh.
person, you with the pens, do you know how to write Dwarvish by any chance?
Grok will think it time for a road trip.
I know Gnomish, and a lot of dwarves know Gnome.
So,
So-
let me get this
Would that be
straight. You
correct?
guys have ideas of a dam, of training the troops, of an ambush fire. Is this all correct?
I finished sketching like this basic design, and I hold it up to Grunkle, and I point, Grunkle, I like your idea, and I start talking through this device that would like periodically make noise, and that would be like easy to make, and I think if we put these all over the forest, that might confuse this creature and keep it from being able to track people. The challenge would be, how would we distribute these around the forest?
Grunkle big and strong. Grunkle lift heavy object for you. Grunkle good at that. Yes, you
So we get an
genius.
assembly line going here, and then we get your team, get enough built, and would you and your companions be able to distribute these?
Look at my arms, like they're basically twigs. I'm not gonna be able to carry something that
Grunkle
big.
lift. Grunkle lift and carry, but Grunkle need help because swamp not like Grunkle.
I could
bring it out.
probably help, but
Yeah.
you know just as
That's
well
what we
as I
have,
do,
isn't
the
it?
swamp hates me more than it hates you.
Yeah, Swamp despised dwarf, dislike Grunkle.
Alright, we've also got
But-
Alexios. He's gonna help us.
Lexius
Everybody turns
is
their heads to
despised
Alexios.
even more.
I was just invited for a drink. What have I been volunteered for?
Alexios,
Oh, hey,
Alexios, your words have always been very helpful to the group. I know that Grunkle yell at you multiple times about using too many words, but you have edited down to good words. Your knowledge is valuable to us.
Hey, Alexios,
Yes.
do you know how to write Dwarvish?
Wait a second.
I think I know a dwarvish song. Never seen it.
That does
Never
not
seen it
help
written.
me.
Oh, wait,
though.
Yeah.
I appreciate the thought of it.
But didn't you hear that your people might know Gnomish?
I don't know Gnomish, like at all.
Just because you don't know Gnomish doesn't mean they don't know Gnomish.
Yes, political elites, do they know the
Okay.
Gnomish?
Let me double check, see if I actually do know Gnomish, but I'm pretty sure I don't.
Kyler's gonna look around and he's like, I'm sorry. What is the plan? Are we saving Arwin's rest?
You don't have one yet.
Oh,
I
We're
think
still, we're still
We're still working on it.
brainstorming at the moment.
right.
we've mentioned a dam. I don't know. It seems like we've agreed that the Twig Blights, at this immediate moment, aren't necessarily a threat to the town, but they are a
they're
threat
not-
to those who go past the river.
No,
They
no,
don't seem
no,
like the
no,
biggest
no,
threat to town.
no. Grunkle find flour in town. A very
There was
tiny
a
twig
flower
blight.
in the town.
Yes, when we were shoveling the road, there was a flower. Grunkle go smell. Grunkle get bit on nose. Grunkle know that they're getting closer and closer. We need to kill flowers.
I didn't understand that.
He said there's a flower in town that he thinks is the one you're talking about that eats people.
It has twig blight in it, but very, very small. The flower grew up and it was only young, and then it had a very tiny twig blight, bit me on the nose like mosquito, and flew off. But that was a small version of big ones we see on the far.
The
They're
long and
flying
short,
now?
the long and short is he thinks there's some of those flowers in town, which means we have issue.
They're getting closer, and the longer we wait, the stronger they get, the bigger they get.
And you said we can't build any sort of defense, wall, or anything.
Shitty ground.
So the problem we are facing right now is that essentially you are trying to keep nature out. And your town is just outside of swamp, forest, and river.
This wasn't the best place to build a town, honestly.
It's on ancient ruins. There is treasure beneath this town.
Grunkle, I think at this point we've gone beyond the point of treasure.
We haven't found a treasure. We stopped. We didn't
The treasure
look.
can wait till we've saved the town.
Okay, well.
So,
treasure
so
beneath
this is
town.
the problem that
I'd
we're
look over
having
the
right now.
Adderag.
We can do a lot of things, but essentially we're
I'm
trying
starting
to
back and forth.
keep nature out of the town. Do you see where our problem lies?
We could burn the forest down.
I don't
Forest
know
is
that we could.
fireproof.
I don't know that we could build a wall around the entire town, but perhaps we could build a safe shelter that could keep people safe in a time of need. Sort of,
I can dig a hole.
and we could fortify it with,
I
hard
can dig a
stone.
hole.
And
I'd probably dig a hole better than you.
That's
I
true.
bet
I will-
Push Dibs back into the barrel.
Oh,
I will have
Hey,
small lizard
it's his
man.
house.
I will have small lizard man help me dig hole, and then you and me and all of us can work together to make hole the tunnel the most fortified tunnel outside of the dwarven deeps.
We're all
One
gonna live
thing
in a
to
hole.
bring up. There may be good case for a hole, but like we said earlier, this mud will just get in once we have the hole open.
We will not know whether the mud is actually spreading underground until I actually start digging. Because so far I've only seen it above ground and it hasn't got into the basement.
I know for a fact that it's gotten underground.
Well, then we have major issue.
Well,
Yeah, he
well,
does.
well, wait. Dwarf have good architecture. Grunkle know when we've raided dwarf fortresses. They
You've done
build
what?
very well.
You're making a really good defense for not being a part of the Rock Guy Legion anymore.
Well, not
Grunkle
not
share
to
knowledge.
not to pressure any of you. I mean, I know you're all heroes and the like, but do we have any options? This is both me
we're
saying
going-
this in RP and me saying this as in it's been an hour and we're still discussing this.
Still discussing stuff.
I got in
discussing
trouble
our
last
options.
time because everyone was just talking the whole episode, so I'm trying to.
We're trying to discuss our options, but right now there's not many that don't have a lot of faults to them.
So
So why don't
I
we
think
do
this is where
many
we're at.
options?
allow me to help. In engineering, you have to identify your problem space and work out the assumptions. And I see two problem spaces here. We've got dragon monster, silent stalker, killer baddie, and then we've got the twig blights. And it seems
Don't forget the glowing god thing.
okay. We'll get to that later. But let's start with just two.
They don't even know about it. You guys haven't even told them about that.
Was I not around then either?
No, you were no.
Continue,
wait.
continue.
Okay.
Continue.
The
I love the
celebration
RP
is
and I love you
happening
guys to go on, but I've got one episode with all of you here, so.
Here is my suggestion. We're all busy. We all have lots of things to do. But while we're here together, it seems we have some experts that understand digging and architecture, especially underground. Perhaps I can help design something that can help you deal with the mud. And Grunkle, you had a brilliant idea of creating distractions for this monster that relies on sound. You could leave the manufacturing of these devices to me and my comrade, but I would need help distributing them to the forest. I think with these two actions, that would at least be a step in the right direction to provide some safety to the town.
Yes,
I
Grunkle
agree.
think that makes sense.
To be perfectly honest, the mud is probably not our worst problem. But it would be nice to have someone that doesn't get covered up by it immediately. Basically, I'm agreeing with you and I would welcome the help.
Wonderful.
Wrath, could I develop any sort of tool to help, like, keep the mud out of their hole so that they can get down under to, like, the actual bedrock of the earth?
Yes. Roll me a tradecraft. You know what you need to do with that?
I
Get that mud out of
mostly remember.
Give yourself the
I
plus
add
5.
5 to base.
Yep. And it's flip to succeed. Alright, needed 61 or less, got a 10. That's gonna be a success. Yes, you could
Great success.
absolutely create some sort of like shovel drill hybrid to help get down and funnel out this mud. However, you're gonna need access to some logs to do so. It's basically gonna be like a Grunkle drawn wagon. Think of it like you know those floor buffers, but on a bigger scale. Grunkle would be basically holding 2 giant logs, and it'd be like a wheelbarrow type looking device.
Okay.
You'll need access to some logs
so-
to do that.
So I think it's Torvekik, right? I think I have an idea to help you with the mud so that you can get actually, down to the rock that you're used to working with. But I would need help getting access to some logs and probably Grunkle to help man this device.
I see. Well, I have an axe, so that is one part of the problem solved. I can cut down trees in record time, although I'm not used to that.
Torvekik,
do
you
what we need to
know
do.
the trees around here are not good trees. They're swamp trees. They're small. spindly. Roll a. Roll a. What do you got? What do you get at? Sorry, is that correct? Oh yeah. Okay.
I feel like I have least amount of skills.
Yeah, I was just looking at that too. Yeah. But yeah, on your level ups, you didn't choose a whole lot of skills. You chose more bonus advances. Roll a survival check. I think it's gonna be our best bet here. Either I will give you either survival or awareness. Your choice.
Just a regular roll.
Yeah, standard across the board. Both of them use your perception, so it's gonna be a similar. Wow. So you need 42 or less, got a crit success, our third crit success this session. You have seen some great trees for this. You're like, oh, I know where some solid logs are. We're at the crossroads, if you remember where that is. You guys, slayed some freemen of the freelines there.
Alright, so we have problem and also solution that comes with another problem.
What's that?
I'm all ears.
First problem, the trees around here are not good for shoring up anything or building jack shit. Solution to said problem, I know where some trees are. Problem that comes with said solution is we have to go out east to the crossroads where we got ambushed.
Ambushed by?
Oh, where you guys met me?
Some random jackasses that were chasing Wilfer.
As I say that, I stand up and I walk over to the bar. Liliana, can I have a cup of water?
Of course. You see, she's already got another platter of ales. She's like, reaches over.
I don't need it on the platter. I just.
Yeah, she reaches over with her free hand, pours up a jug of water, and hands it over to you.
I put my hand in my pocket. What do I need to do for a spell? What roll?
God, it's been so long since we've played with you. It falls under incantation.
I'm gonna do a quick hat trick, and I'm gonna pull a goldfish out of my pocket.
Yeah, you are. You're absolutely right.
And I put it into the cup.
Yeah, you absolutely. You put your hand in your pocket, pull out a goldfish, and put it in the cup. You now have a cup of water with a goldfish swimming around in it.
This is for you, and I hand it to her.
She takes the cup of water and looks inside, and she goes, "Have you just had this in your pocket?"
Let's go with that. It's still alive. It's fine. It just needs feeding. And I walk back over to the table. I grab the platter and I walk back over to the table.
You see, she just stood there staring into this cup. You rejoin the table. You guys were saying?
So
I grab one of the drinks off the tray.
So Rebecca,
I drain what's left in mine.
Getting to this crossroad, is this, full day's journey? Could we do it quickly? Help me understand the problem here.
It's going to be at least a day, half a day to an entire day's journey. Probably take about as long to cut down the trees we need, if I understand where I think you're going with this.
Would
So-
it be sped up at all by making a quicker road to the trails?
Making an entirely new road would just elongate the process.
Well, not physically making a new road, but are the roads most of the issue of how long it takes to get there?
I mean, we lost the trail on the way there the first time. But it is not wise to go off the trail. You'll fall into a hole in the swamp. That is also what happened to us the first time. So I would
Oh, that's also, like you guys said it happened to Alexios as well, right?
Yes, we had to dig
Yeah.
Alexios and ourselves out of a hole.
I believe I may be able to help with that. I pull out my swamp boots and show them to the party. These
You
have
have
been... I developed these when we had the same issue trying to traverse the mud, and they've done wonders for our group. We don't have to stick to the trail anymore because of them.
Basically,
You
these
have a pair
boots
big
look
enough
like
for him?
they look like when you put those little covers over your shoes. It basically looks like that, but like personal snowshoes,
Yeah.
but mud shoes.
Do you have a pair big enough for Grunkle?
I don't,
Are
but
his feet big enough for that?
I can make them fairly quick.
Grunkle heavy.
If you'd like.
All right, that solves the problem I was getting there. How are we going to get the logs out?
Well, I believe that's where your
Logs
axe comes in, right?
Ledge.
I can cut them down, yes, but getting them
It-
back here is going to be the issue, is it not?
You, inventor boy.
Didn't I see you haul
You could make
Griffin
a
in on
log
the
sled.
Yes, we did make something like that. Grunkle, do you think you could pull the sled?
We saved
Uh,
your sled. It's out back.
We could use that. I'm sure that would hold enough logs. I don't need too many, just 3 or 4 nice sized logs.
All right, then we have our first plan of attack then, huh?
So that's step 1, and then while we're doing that, as long as I can focus on my schematics, I can finalize the plans for these sound making devices, and we'll when we get back, we'll start that operation as well.
You get me to the rock down there, and I'll make a tunnel and I guess a bunker big enough for all of us to fit in if we need it.
Okay,
Kyler
Tyler?
will pound his ale on the counter, and he goes, "It's settled then. You head to the crossroads." Is that what you said?
Yes, that is where those trees I saw would be best for this star.
Fair enough. Is there anything we can be doing here in town to help prepare?
Arming people, maybe?
Arming people, I'm going to need more than just me to dig this tunnel when we get down to the rock.
I'll get Mr. Carver involved. He runs the mine here.
Good. Once I
That
get
might
this
help.
tunnel built, I'm going to start trying to train your people, if that's alright with you.
Absolutely.
Unless you've got someone else to train people that won't kill them with dwarven techniques.
Are you insinuating something?
None
I'm
of
saying
us
that
are
dwarves are more heavily trained than humans.
Kyler, another thing while we're gone, if you could have the kids round up all the used oyster shells, and then just whatever metal you have in town.
Just a thought. Probably don't send the kids out
No,
of town at all.
not of town, not out of. I'm assuming they bring them back to town to get used.
Yes.
Just gather that up: the oyster shells, metal, wood scraps, anything like that, and if we gather that, that'll reduce the time to make these sound devices later.
We'll get to it. I'll get Mr. Carver and I'll get the townspeople to help, those that aren't already involved in setting up the Spring Equinox Festival. And we'll be ready on your guys' return.
Alright then. Let's do this.
He pounds his drink, chugs it, sets it down, stands up. Till we meet again then, friends. Be safe.
Yes. You as
You as
well.
well.
Till
May
next
the
time.
gods favor you. He'll turn and
Safe is what we
May
tried.
your ancestors favor you as well.
he kind of quirks but nods and turns and heads to the door, grabbing his jacket and heading back out into the rain. Gentlemen,
Right, well,
Oh,
I
yeah,
haven't had a...
Oh, go ahead. Tyler.
Go ahead. Sir,
You can't
what would you like to do with Liliana?
Oh, I just want to pay her.
There are many things!
boys!
Do what you
I-
wish.
Kind of pats Grunkle. He's like, you hear that?
It's living drama tale, living in Grunkle's back. This is the show called Grunkle's Tenants.
I'm
Yeah.
learning so much.
Yes.
Learning fuckers.
I head over to Liliana and hand her another couple silver and just say, thanks for taking care of us today.
She's like,
You're not also going to give me a fish, are you?
she's like, yeah, she's still like holding this mug. She's like, turns it to like show you there's just a goldfish swimming around in this mug.
If you
You'll-
look closely at the goldfish, it does only have one eye.
Oh. I was gonna, it's what do they call it? Cyclops fish?
Yeah, the spell it when creatures are created with this spell, they have an odd mutation about them, such as a mismatched eyes, hidden boils beneath their fur, or
One
even
eye.
two tails. So it's
Does
just missing
Grunkle
an
see
eye.
this?
You see Liliana holding a mug to Nimwort as he hands her the silver. Make sure you mark that off in your character sheet.
Yep, got it.
Your friend gave me this. It was in his pocket. It only has one eye. I think it's a gift. Your friend is an odd one, but I think he's sweet. I think.
I don't know him. You probably know him better than I do still.
Do not know him. I don't. Like, huh. Well,
But we're
I've
gonna
only
try to
just
keep
met
you
him.
safe.
Oh,
Likewise.
thank you. From him. Is he danger?
No, but we just want to make sure the town is safe, so we're gonna head out again. But I hope we'll be back soon.
You're going out of town. I will get with Addison. We will pray for you.
Thank you.
Like stands up and the armor rattles.
I go outside and I'm gonna start fashioning the boots for these three guys.
Okay. You're working on that. What is the rest of the party doing?
I'm going to try and figure out how to write a letter to my family about maybe getting some help down here and or an AO convoy.
Okay. You can roll an education check. It's normal, but it is flip to fail.
I have no idea what half of that means, but alright.
When you go to roll, Torvekik, when you go to roll education, under flip, you go flip to fail.
Alright, it's already like that. Cool. Fuck.
Alright. Need a 41 or less, you got a 68. You can't figure out how...
It's a hole in the paper.
Yeah, you can't figure out how pens work. You're like, I don't know what this is supposed to
I'm
do.
trying to figure out if I actually ever did level up.
No, you didn't. I can already tell you didn't.
Okay,
So,
I need to fix that.
Under
Go.
tiers, under professions. Actually, that's a good point. I think all of you were supposed to. I think Grunkle's the only one who actually did.
I bought folklore. I know folklore now.
Tiers, under professions, you're gonna find man at arms in there. You need to select one of those. It should go up.
Here's professions, men at arms.
What is the rest of the party doing? I'm not trying to rush you guys, but I'm trying to rush you guys. Basically, we're not getting under the table this session because we got too much.
Before we head out of town, I was gonna go and visit the mouse and the turtle.
Okay.
Is that the antiquarian or?
Yeah. Okay, so Wilford, you're headed to find the antiquarian. You step outside, you see Nimwort gathering
Is there still,
a bunch
hold on,
of
before I head outside, is there still a jacket on the coat rack?
Negative. Jonathan took his and Tyler took his. Just take a jacket.
So I'm just supposed to pick one.
One what? Oh yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you choose one that you're upping. So Wilford, as you head out, you see Nimwort's out there, fashioning together twigs, vines, and sticks, and moss, and kind of creating. Also curious. Nimwort, Adarag, are you guys wearing your suits still?
No, I'm in my normal clothes.
No, yeah, we're in jump
Okay.
club.
We won't talk about it then.
Nimwort's short, right?
Yes.
Nimwort is short. Yeah, he's the same height.
Kneel down with.
He's the same
I'm
height.
like-
Kneel down beside him. Just tell everyone that I've gone to the antiquarian. I didn't tell them before I left.
The what?
Antiquarian. I'll be back.
Okay. I'm focused on that graph.
What's Adarag doing?
Adarag is playing Knucklebones in the bar.
Absolutely.
With whoever wants to join.
Okay, we'll get to that. What's Torvekik doing?
I don't know. I guess I'm going to be collecting.
You see your
my
comrades
tools.
getting up and headed out.
Yeah, I'm heading that way too.
Okay, what's Grunkle doing?
Grunkle and Torvekik are going to go see the priestess Adsalin of Inebria. She
Okay.
wears orange, and so we will look for orange.
Okay. Let's.
As Grunkle, one thing real quick. As Grunkle walks out past the door, I just turn and really quickly like measure his foot, and then like he continues.
It's like the length of
Grunkle will
your
hold up
arm.
his foot as if he's
Yeah.
trained. Like when somebody needs to measure for military purposes, they hold up the measure, and he just puts up his foot.
He's like,
Thank you, sir. Sorry. Thank you, sir. And then he moves on.
What's
Ah.
Alexios doing? We just all
Alexios,
just
come
walked
with
out
us.
everyone leaves Alexis.
Alexis!
I'm playing
Come.
Knucklebones with him. Playing
Torvekik
Knucklebones
and
with
I.
Alexios.
Yeah, he probably would actually. He's
Actually,
like,
or do that.
I'm gonna stay. And
Okay, just don't fall in a swamp.
he's like, I can't believe you brought these up. You bring these all the way from Angelonia.
I always keep me lucky Knucklebones on me.
Well, that's wonderful. You know how to play then?
Of course. Yourself?
Absolutely. Does he? Absolutely.
Does not know how to play.
I'll be honest, I just checked. Would this be skullduggery? Or no? Or would this, what would this be?
Skullduggery is, that's what I was just looking at. I'm gonna look for that. We're gonna get to that in a minute. You two are playing. Let's go to Grunkle and Torvekik, because Adisalin would be right outside in the town square there. What are you guys wanting to approach her, and what are you wanting to do?
Yes, Grunkle is approaching as the lead here, unless anybody wants to interrupt. His goal is to get a refreshment of beer into his barrel. And he wishes to seek the counsel of somebody who could bless his barrel to save comrades, such as Torvekik.
So you approach Adisalin. She's helping someone, like Granny Evelyn is moving along, and she's kind of, got her arm around her shoulder, and she'll, come on, dear. She'll turn and she's like, Grunkle, it's good to see you. What can I do you for?
I approach with like ogre noble elegance. Grunkle is like a berserker, but he has the basic idea of how one would mime being like somebody in a royal ogre court. So he shakes his belly a bit, does a bow, and then shakes his belly again, nods, and says, Priestess Adsalin, Grunkle seek a blessing upon beer to be filled into this barrel of mine for next mission involving this town.
Yes. Did you bring me the other ingredients? I thought you said you didn't have them. I said I'd fill your barrel. I just needed those ingredients. The flux bearberry we're still missing, and the silent blood rose.
Yes, that is correct. I more wanted to know if I could get cheap beer and get you to bless it.
Yeah, I believe they have that in the Hobb's lodge there.
But your blessing, it is what saved Torvekik, my comrade here. So perhaps if you bless a lesser beer, would you be... how much would that cost in silver?
I mean, Inebria doesn't really just give out handouts on a whim. I'll see what I can do.
Yes. No, I understand. Inebria does not seek out random people for commercial business. Inebria seeks out people, yes, for good causes. Those who make it so more can be intoxicated should be benefited by your goddess, yes.
Yes. Sorry, I'm...
It's okay. Defense
distracted.
of your town. I get it. You serve a drunk goddess. But protection of your town should make it so more people can be drunk. Therefore, a blessing upon...
Protection of the town. Are we Are we in danger?
Well, obviously, all the time, every town is in danger. Enemy forces could be always like invaded. It doesn't matter. Grunkle, Torveka can back me up. Grunkle will say that we protect town, and therefore, maybe if you bless us on our beer, more people in this town we protect actively can be drunk.
Should we be worried?
A grunkle?
We're in danger.
I think you speak too much for once. He turns to Addison.
Like, but we were planning a festival.
Don't worry about it, we've got it covered. There's going to be a little bit of activity around. But if everything goes well, everything should go off without a hitch and you don't have to worry about it.
What? Talking about the festival, we were gonna have games and contests.
Exactly. If everything goes well on our end, the festival should go off without a hitch.
Alright. And you need more blessings to be able to do that.
Yes.
That is what he's trying to say, yes.
Yes.
Alright. I will go and pray.
I appreciate it. Before
I'll
you
fill
go,
a barrel.
you wouldn't happen to know how to write Dwarvish, would you?
Unfortunately, like I told you before, I haven't been able to travel to your lands.
Damn it.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to get Dwarven Ale down here to help both of our peoples, but I don't know how to fucking write.
The biggest plot of this entire adventure. It's like, well, I'll see you gentlemen soon then. Best of luck, stay safe. You see that she goes off to pray by going and sitting in one of the pavilions and pulls up this white ashen mug and begins just chugging.
Excellent. Grunkle's goal now is to fill up his barrel so that he can bring it to her and she can bless it, so that when anybody is drowning in swamp mud, he can save them with his blessed beer.
Okay. Adarag, it's gamble. Gamble is the skill I was looking for.
Gamble's a skill, but I don't know if you wanted to do like a contested roll or an opposed roll between the two. Or something like that.
So I'm going to, and let's actually look. Does Alexios even have gamble? No. Okay, so this should be interesting. Alexis is gonna roll. I'm gonna leave it open. So, you ready?
Rolling gamble.
Yep.
Standard across.
Standard across.
Okay.
We're gonna go best 2 out of 3. You ready?
Ready?
So knuckle bones in Hobbs Lodge. 1, 2, 3, go.
Ready? Oh.
Oh.
Well, damn. At this point, you guys roll, and his dice come up. Alexius's dice come up botch, but your dice just roll off the table onto the ground, which means you're disqualified. He goes, oh, well, that was easy. I won.
Right. Well, knuckle bones are actually like knuckle bones.
Yeah, I don't know how. Shut up.
All right. You got me there.
Yours rolled off the table. You're disqualified. You immediately lost. He goes, oh, well, fair enough. Good game.
Right. That was a good one.
Yeah. Worst of luck.
I really do. I really do. But say, you and your traveling companions, seems like you guys have been all over the place. Is there any... Has there been any talks of,
Words not your strong suit.
What are some of the
Bronco
stories? What are some of the stories you've come across along the way?
Stories.
Any rumors of sorts?
Well, I mean, there is the wanted poster with Wilford's face on it. That's an interesting one.
With Wilford's face,
Yeah.
you say?
You notice Wilford doesn't wear pants. It's weird.
I was very much wearing pants.
No, I have said in like
We don't
4
talk
different
about
sessions that
penis.
you haven't had pants since you arrived in the party, and no one has done a
No,
thing about it.
I put my armor on shortly after I met up with the group.
Armor
He's
isn't
Donald
pants.
Ducking it.
Good point.
You haven't had pants since you arrived at the party. No one has done a thing. I've mentioned it almost every session you've been in.
It's not Torvekic's problem. If somebody wants to run around without pants on, that's their choice.
He's like, I mean, that's an interesting story. No one really mentions it. No one says anything, so I don't know.
I assumed that you guys were all cool with it because you didn't say anything about it, so I was like one of those like leave people be.
Yeah,
sort of
I
things.
didn't know. No one. I'm new to the party. They, you know, I
see.
was very confused if that's just a normal thing people do here in the freelance, but it looks like everyone else is wearing pants, and I'm not sure what's on
it
that.
in the freelance apparently.
I can't read, but I'm pretty sure that's a wanted poster with his face on it, so that's interesting.
It does look like that. I don't know what it says either, but you know. But have you heard of anything about a green ichor? Have you found any of that along your travels with this interesting party?
Are you talking about the stuff in the mud?
Yes, the stuff in the mud.
It's
There seems to be pockets of it, and there was
the
a
mud
little
pit I
bit
was
that we
stuck
found.
in. Yeah, they found me in a mud pit, and the one I was stuck in.
Oh, really?
There was some of it stuck to my feet when they pulled me up.
I see. And are your feet okay?
They went numb for a while, but I didn't want to bring it up to the party that had just saved me, so I traveled along, and eventually my feelings. Well, it hasn't really come back yet, but
May I see your feet? I know this is a weird question to ask the first time we meet each other, but may I see your feet?
Looking at his feet, you see that the bottoms of his shoes are just gone, and his feet are like raw.
Raw. Okay.
Yeah.
No signs of like
it's
stone.
swollen. But that's about it.
I'm specifically looking to see if like there's any sort of like petrification signs going on down there.
It's rock hard swollen, but it doesn't look petrified.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate the game. It's been a while since I've played, as you can see.
Absolutely. We should play again. Hopefully you'll have better luck next time.
I hope so too.
Let's get to Wilfer, I think, yeah?
Okay. As I'm heading towards the antiquarian, I am looking for like notice boards and whatnot. Knowing full well that what I am is against the law.
There is a notice board very clearly outside Hobbs Lodge, just on the wall next to the door.
Is there anything to do with
Very
possibly
clearly,
me?
some kind of poster with a drawing that looks similar-ish to you.
I gotta take that off the board.
Okay.
And
in
I'm
your
going to
inventory, you
sit-
can
I'm
say
gonna-
one wanted poster.
I'm not putting it in my inventory. I'm gonna put my hand in my backpack, grab a droplet of oil,
Okay.
rub my fingers together, and hopefully not set myself on fire.
Let's see what happens.
Give me a moment. Incantation, right?
Yes, incantation. A success? You're doing well.
And I light the notice on fire.
Okay. It catches fire, and basically you touch some oil, and the thing sparks, ignites, and withers away in your hands. All that's left is black ash falls to the ground. Wilfer or Nimwort, you're right next to him.
I think I'm just focused on my craft, trying to
sense.
get this done as quick as possible.
Yeah.
And I think I'm pretty close.
Absolutely none of the magic I've done has been like, I'm doing this secretly. I've just been like,
This is true.
yep.
So you're headed to the antiquarian then?
Yeah.
All right, we'll get to that then.
I also need pants because I left mine in the bandit camp.
Mm-hmm. So you arrive at a door that says the antiquarian. You can see that the door seems to be fastened in decent shape, but the building's overgrown with swamp and moss as any others.
I'm gonna knock on the door because I'm a polite human.
Knocking on the door opens. Creaks open, and a little bell dings.
Hello, I was told to come here and
Hello.
introduce myself.
Hi. Yeah, welcome.
Or is it? think I've introduced myself to you already.
Yeah.
On a little, what are they called? Like the little podiums where you put the book and you can read. Standing on top of one, is a little white mouse. It looks at you and goes,
I don't remember your name.
That's okay. I don't remember yours either.
My name is Valerie.
You're not the owner of this place, though, right? You said you had a master.
I do. I serve my master. Are you here to meet him?
Sure. You don't by any chance just have random spare pants lying around?
Random spare pants. I mean, we do, but they're my masters, and I don't know that they'd fit you. I can
You're
ask.
probably right. Okay. You're just shorts on me.
Booty shorts.
the mouse will scamper off the podium and head back behind a curtain, like a doorway with a curtain held over it. And after a few minutes, a similar in stature to similar in height to yourself, but a bit more brawny than you, steps out a tiger man, all white, black stripes, and you can see very crystal blue piercing eyes as this creature steps out, kind of feeling the room.
You,
Good
sir,
evenings.
are magnificent.
I'm not familiar with your voice. Do I know you?
Oh, I'm not from here. I was told that this store existed. I am actually not 100% sure what this place sells. I can't read.
What are you? Sorry. I can't read.
You done open this hole up now, Wrath. No, none of us can read, so we don't know what we're doing.
What do you call?
I think about it for a bit. I'm Wilfer.
You are, Wilfer. You are troubled.
I take off my hood. Very obvious. There's elf ears, but not like super elf ears. They're like a half-breed ears.
You see no reaction. He continues. My name is Zabani. Welcome to the Antiquarian. What do you see?
Nice. Honestly, I just came to check it out. I'm not 100% sure what you sell, so.
We keep knowledge as best we are able. Time
Knowledge?
decays all things.
Do you by any chance know how to spell or write in Dwarven?
I believe
really
we have a
is.
script for that. Valerie's. Can you take a look?
Of course, master.
And the rodent will move off to a bookshelf and begin peering through.
Can we make it a little quick? Because I'm actually on a time crunch at the moment. I actually have to get back to my party as well. Also, I'm only half dressed. I escaped from some bandits recently, and I left my pants.
Understood. He will turn. He'll turn and move back through the curtain. And when he comes back out, he's carrying a pair of, it looks like, like monk dojo pants. What they look like.
That'll work.
And he kind of steps back out into the room and kind of folds them out.
I appreciate it.
Torvek is gonna get a
Put them on.
book on how to read Dwarvish.
I put them on, and I assume they're pretty loose, right?
Yeah, but they have like a tie strap, like a string, basically.
I do appreciate it.
Yes.
How much is this gonna cost?
No charge. Just bring knowledge for trade. What do you have?
Knowledge. What do I have as knowledge?
What do you have as knowledge?
I just burnt the only piece of paper I had.
This is true.
Knowledge. There's a very real possibility. Not knowledge. What do I have as knowledge? I don't know many things.
No, you know that Grunkle's awesome, and he's a hero that people could call on. You could dick ride Grunkle or advertise for him. And his conglomerate.
Can we call this a favor for favor? And when you need a favor, you just come to me and my group.
That is not usually how I do things here, but as you all knew, I will allow you this one.
I appreciate it.
Come back.
And any
when you
knowledge I
have
come across.
knowledge to trade.
All right. And yeah, I guess as long as you can keep that dwarven script somewhere easily found, I will be back later.
We will keep it for you.
I appreciate it, and I leave.
You head back out. You guys are back out in town. We've got Wilfer headed back to the Hobbs Lodge, I'm gonna assume.
Yeah, where I left everyone.
You've got Nimwort outside wrapping up, finishing up your project. You've got Adarag. You played around, hung out with Alexios. Are you heading out?
I'm just gonna maybe go and just sit outside with Nimwort as he finishes.
Okay. Torvekik, Grunkle, you guys are out in the town square.
I'm gonna make sure I got all my equipment together and start heading eastwards towards the crossroads. On the trail this time.
Yeah, Grunkle follows.
As soon as
Grunkle
obviously I'm gonna see Grunkle, so I'm gonna chuck my hood back on and I'm gonna run back over to them.
Wait, they're leaving?
Grunkle gestures to join. Anybody who wants to join, including Alexios.
Wait, Grunkle! And I point over to the sled. We need this!
Yeah, Grunkle, remember, Grunkle just walked forward with this music because it's sad. And he felt like walking out of the town sad.
Alexios
But
is
Grunkle,
standing
turn
next to him
around.
playing sad music. Huh?
Thank you, Alexios. Grunkle have much to make up for, but Grunkle, I will go and grab the sled and pull it.
Torvekik just gasps. You spoke in the first person.
I've never seen him do that. I didn't even know
I
he knew
know
how.
it's scary. I didn't either. This is strange.
Adarag
Guys,
just
go
kind of
pants.
shrugs to Nimwort.
you just see the entire party entirety of Gargoyle's party's like shocked to the core, eyes wide and everything. It's like
So you guys gather up your belongings, gather up the sled. You guys are wanting to head east towards the crossroads.
I distribute the
Yes, that'd be
shoes to the party.
Hell yeah. I love you.
Thank you, I appreciate it. That goes with my pants.
thank you much. Hey, you finally got pants.
So
I
you
also
all
found,
left
Oh,
the
we're allowed to say
antiquarian. He
this,
might
yeah.
have something that the antiquarian might have something for you to vacate when we get back.
Really?
It's
What?
very nice pants.
But we'll
weird
go
I
over
can't
when we
see your
get back. We're on a time crunch. We gotta go.
Okay.
Okay.
You finally have some pants.
Hold on to your pants. You just got them. You don't need them flying off because you're in such a hurry. Let's
That
go.
was the plan.
I like seeing my friend's balls.
You guys head east. out
And
of
we
town.
march off?
Who wants to lead the party? Someone either roll navigation or survival. Navigation will give you exact directions, but it is a flip to fail if you don't have it trained. Survival will give you general whereabouts. You guys know the drill.
I have neither.
I can do
so-
survival. I can do survival. I was apparently pretty good at survival.
If nobody's got
Runkle's pulling.
navigation, yeah, go ahead and do survival.
One's got
Yeah.
navigation.
We're not navigators.
I'm
Two of us are
not-
warriors, two of us are
You
criminals.
guys have 6 fortune
Okay.
points that you haven't spent.
Yeah, well,
I could have
you get
used
the-
that on the fucking writing thing.
No, we may as well.
Let's
Let's give Wrath his point.
Go ahead, reroll.
Just reroll, right?
Yeah, click the reroll. Yep, there you go. That's a success. And you have 54 or less. You got a 35. Yeah, you easily are like, yeah, here's the game trail right here, headed east. So you step onto the trail, Wilfer. Who is following Wilfer?
I guess I'll be behind him.
Okay.
I think
And
I'm
I
gonna be
should
like
be-
riding on the sled.
Yeah,
I'm
I should
also
be the
gonna be
third.
looking out for.
Oh, are we going with him?
Now, now that I've seen one notice on a board, I'm gonna be looking out for more notices with my likeness on it.
Okay. Did I hear are Adarag and Nimward on the sled?
Are we going?
Well, this is a
along
good
with them?
question. Like, as we're approaching the under the table session,
We're not doing it under the table because I got stuff we got to get to, and we haven't gotten to it.
I mean,
So I think they understand what we need. So maybe Nimward and Adarag stay back in town, and we'll start preparing the sound devices.
because like, are you guys gonna be here next Sunday?
No, that's why. Okay, then we will go to under the table then.
Because I'd like to under table with them, but I don't want to cut off with your stuff. But I also like, do you have a half hour's worth of?
Well, I have.
This
like,
could be a good splitting point.
2 hours worth of.
I think
content
you
to
have
get through,
like
but
an hour or 2
yeah,
hours
it's
of content.
Big. It's never mind. It's fine. Everything
I'm sorry,
for the
sweetheart.
session. It's fine. All right. So with that, Grunkle. Let's see who's all going with Grunkle. We have Grunkle and Torvekik and Wilfer.
Grunkle,
We have Grunkle just heads off by himself.
I got a sled. He just charges.
Just
Into
charges
the
off into the
swamp.
woods.
I imagine it's like the sled from the forest, so you push it in front of you. And
Yeah.
Gets dug into the mud a
So,
little bit.
so the guys going into the forest are Torvekik, Grunkle, Wilfer, Dibs.
Alexius.
Is
Alexios, question
coming
mark?
with us?
Yeah. So you
I
just-
invited him.
You guys are just taking everybody. Party 2, you guys
We
don't
just-
get
yeah,
any
we kinda
allies.
just-
No, I want Alexius,
again.
like, because Alexius is a sweetheart. Dibs is my tenant.
Is
He pays
paying
me rent.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
well, yeah,
I
his
will
rent
allow
is,
this
like-
to be the chance. Are you guys heading out with Dibs and Alexios? Because then they will be unavailable to the other party.
That's up to them if they want.
Yeah, Alexios, are you coming with us, or are you?
No, you guys as a party get to
No,
decide.
that's
No, hold up. Yeah, that is a good point.
that's fine because I think we're gonna be focused.
no.
I
No.
have other ideas of what we're gonna do. So if you guys want those two, then totally fine.
From a DM perspective, I will tell you, you have unlocked 3 adventuring buddy allies. Dibs, Alexios, and Bjorn. But
Well, Bjorn's
forgot
out of
about
town.
Bjorn.
this party told Bjorn to leave, so.
No. Well, yes,
Did we?
but no.
Boo.
told him
Boo.
He was like, I
No,
need some more
no,
herbal
no.
supplies because I spent all mine on you guys. And you're like, yeah, go over there and get them. He was like, oh, okay.
We
bye."
told him where a specific like mushroom was growing,
Yeah.
and he said, "Oh, I'm gonna go do that." And
I'm
it's not
making
our
it
fault.
sound
Sharon.
Yeah.
We didn't tell him to fuck off.
I'm making it sound
Um,
worse than it really was. It's okay.
Yeah, it's the case where
We have no use for a talking bear. Get out of here.
no, we love
You
Bjorn
may have fixed us,
because
but we
his
don't need you.
his name
talking bear
ends
that
in
kills
RN. He's a registered nurse,
Yeah.
and that's why it ends in RN.
It's an RN.
Bjorn, the
But
registered nurse.
okay, so we're going. Do we really need a bard in our mission? Whereas,
no, we don't. But that's yeah.
so I think Grunkle would say, Alexius, Alexius, stay safe. Be with these. Make sure that these are. Your violin is beautiful. Viol is beautiful, by the way. But
Thank you.
Make sure they stay safe. I think
Out
I
wherever
don't
they
want to
need
lose
help.
you in the. I don't want to lose you in the swamp again. Sorry, I was traveling desert. Yeah, Wilford, we're taking you with.
Well, yeah, I wasn't planning on staying here. You guys are the party I'm a part of.
Wilford just changed his party.
Alexius, you are part of our party, but stay back. Keep an eye on the town. Gather information for us. Grunkle, when he returned, that you have information for Torvekik and myself.
Will you be back for the festival? I've been writing a ballad about all of you.
We will
It looks likely that we will not be back for the festival.
When is the festival?
Alexius, it's like happening right now. Did you
I
not
believe
see my
Addison,
flower crown?
told me tonight, this evening.
Yeah.
All
So
right,
it's happening now.
Torvekik, not Torvekik, the Grunkle, we need to hurry this up because
Oh
I
god,
have
it's contagious.
there's a lot of ale to drink and we need to hurry.
I hope Wilford
The
doesn't start
crossroads.
doing. God damn it!
Wait, Grunkle confused now. Are we staying for a party or are we going
No,
to
we're
Crossroads
going
now?
to
We're
the-
going.
we're going to
We
the
just need to
crossroads and then
hurry
we're
so we
going
can
back.
get back and drink.
Well, okay, Grunkle, no, we not make back, but let's go. Okay, both of
high
you.
speed,
Grunkle.
Grunkle, go high speed. Grunkle's just gonna start moving forward.
Alright, so
I'll miss you,
Grunkle...
Alexius, Nimwort, and Adrag.
Rug?
Sorry, Grunkle not good before.
So Grunkle, Dibs, Torvekic, and Wilfer head out of town in the rain back east towards the mountain to their familiar crossroads where they originally met Wilfer and the free men of the Freelands and butchered them.
Hey, they attacked
That
us
did happen.
first.
And with that, Adareg and Nimwort, you guys stand beside Alexios, kind of seeing them off. What are you
I
guys
gave
planning
them the
to do?
boots.
Okay, make sure you guys all put in your inventory mud boots.
Mud boots.
That will come in handy out there.
Why
Very,
am
very
I?
handy.
Yeah, Brad will
Would that
explain
would that be an armor or is that just trappings?
Just trappings. It's just a. It doesn't count for any armor.
Alexios was clearly very upset that I had his dagger. I'm gonna throw it to him as we leave.
Oh god.
Roll.
Oh no.
Would that
Not like
be
aiming to hurt him. I'm just kind of like
Partial
uh,
range?
Just tossing it back to him.
yeah, tossing it back to him.
Okay.
He'll catch it, look at it, smile, and then toss it back to you.
It pierces his foot.
Oh, that's
Throws it
very
at you.
sweet. No, that's super sweet.
Alright. I'll put it back in my pocket. What am I adding to my inventory? Sorry.
Mud boots. Adarag and Nimwort, what are you guys doing as you guys see this adventuring party head back out of Arwin's Rest?
well? What on to now, sir?
Well, we have a lot of work to do before they get back. Alexios, I don't know how long we'll be in town, so I'm hoping to teach you how these things are made so that when your party returns, you can help teach them just in case we're not here.
Ah, yes. Well, isn't this just sweet?
Ah,
I'm gonna need to
What?
see the two of you, and whoever you are, go away.
And with that, we're gonna wrap up this episode of Arwin's Rest. As you guys hear a very familiar voice behind you, shooing away Alexios and asking for your attention.
Yeah, that's right. That was at the end of our thing, wasn't it?
The light fades away on Arwin's Rest. We zoom out of the Freelands, out of Alderaan, and onwards and upwards to Under the Table. We're going to be wrapping up this episode. Thank you. A huge shout out to all my players for showing up and an immense amount of RP today. You guys did a lot of talk. They got mad at me last week for all the like, oh man, it was just RP hanging around in town. I tried, guys. I tried.
We did not get mad at you.
Yeah,
Gotta go,
that
man.
is your own.
It is.
it was inevitable with
insecurities.
this group, though.
I had
I mean-
plans. All right, I had plans.
We had a lot to talk about, though.
Yeah, that's true. You guys did. Yeah, it was. I probably should have foreseen it. That it was. We'll talk about it under the table. Anyways, guys. Episode 14 of episode 14 of King's Crossing, a huge crossover series between the two groups. Hopefully, you all enjoyed. Hopefully the players enjoyed. Quick shout outs around the table. Let's just go as per seen on stream. So Shifty, any shout outs, any announcements?
You can catch me on Twitch at Shifty Games, and you can also catch me on YouTube at Shifty Games. I play a lot of games with Wrath. That's about it.
Baldur's Gate 3, I play. King's Crossing, you're watching. Drinks and Discussions Dirty tomorrow. I host my own D&D game on Sundays. That's coming up in a week. And we talk about that at Dirty.
Yeah, you could find me on the Dirty Podcast on Mondays, Baldur's Gate, well, now going back to King's Crossing on Tuesdays. But any of the Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough that we've been doing, just wrapped up a huge bundle of that on Saturday. And going to be talking about the IRL game with Tough Nuts as my DM on Dirty.
Hey, I have an Arma unit that I am part of, and I do Zoo stuff for. If you are interested in do some ODA shit, modern day ODA shit, hit me up through Wrath's Discord. Just shoot me a DM. 18 plus only, and hopefully I will be there for the talks tomorrow, the drinks and discussions tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I guess I have a few things going on. Yeah, I'm here as Grunkle, of course, but when we switch off to the other games, I run the other Sunday session, which is the weird convoluted game that people just feel frustrated about. I'm the weird, like, off session. This is the traditional, beautiful adventure of fantasy. I bring the weird stories in when we do our off times. But also I'm on the drinks and discussions, as was mentioned. I ran a nonsense game for people. I show up late, so if you ever want to see me, you have to show up late as well, but they are awesome without me. I'm also known for, and I took that personally, the podcast that you can find on Apple Podcasts and
I'm waiting for
Spotify
the
Podcasts.
next episode of.
Yeah, get that out sooner.
Yeah, literally.
Wizards was interesting.
I wanted to have an episode released at the beginning of each month, and we made it on the last day of last month. So, the next, we still made it, but I was like, we should do better. And then we've been so busy the first 11 days of this month. Anyways, the last episode was Wizards, but we talk about movies and we go and dissect them and take it really, really, really personally. I don't know why people watch podcasts, or listen to podcasts, I should say, but if you like podcasts about two guys talking about movies and taking it really personally and getting a little personal about it, and I took that personally, Apple, Spotify.